What is up, guys, and welcome to Alliance War video number 3. So this Alliance War, we are up against Batallón de Asesinos, which I'm assuming means Battalion of Assassins. I did not look that up, so I don't know, but it seems simple enough. So in this first fight, we've got Poison Immune, Bleed Immune, and Limber. It's a 4-star duped mutant champion, so not really sure who to expect, but it is a rogue. So rogue is an excellent placement for this node because she shrugs off debuffs 60% faster, I think it is. And so any node where she has Limber, if you have Limber all the way up, you see I really only got one full parry on her before she was shrugging it off too fast for me to get my first hit in. So I've made some mistakes here. I've taken some damage. I missed on a heavy attack, which is really dangerous with Ghost Rider. I was trying to get my regeneration going, and she made me pay for it. So my health's pretty low at this point, and my whole goal is just to get out of the fight without losing any more health. But you will see in a second here, I'm going to be unsuccessful in doing this, and the reason for that is Rogue has kind of an interesting ability. On her special one, she can actually reach through a block and steal health, so you got to be really careful with that. You see right there, she's shrugging off that parry really fast. She's been a little stingy with her specials, so had to be kind of careful in trying to bait those out. She really is not being cooperative. So right here, I'm going to get her to her special one again, and then I'm going to block it, and I should have evaded there, and she stole a whole bunch of health from me. So I am going to get out of this fight without dying. I was hoping that special one would do it. It did not, but I realized I could put her down by hitting her through her block. So really scary fight, guys. Was actually kind of happy that that ended up being the only champ they'd placed in my path on that first section, because I generally, unless there's a class disadvantage, I use Ghost Rider a whole lot in that. And I think this is my first war that I recorded with Stark Spidey, and he is still a rank 1 champ. I have him there just for the synergy, so not going to be using him any. So it's really all on Blade and Ghost Rider in this war. So here we've got a Science 4-star duped champion. Typically on this node, because of it's an armor node, that usually means it's an Electro. So that's who I'm going to face here. It's an Electro. This is usually a pretty easy fight. As you hear my dogs barking in the background, sounds like my wife's home. It's a pretty easy fight. Just hit him a bunch, make him bleed. And you guys, if you watch my last war video, you can see the difference in my health after that fight in the last war against the Electro, and this fight. Definitely makes a huge difference having Spidey there for the synergy. So you guys saw I boosted up before that last fight. So one of the biggest things I've learned in joining my new alliance is move in chunks, and what that does, let your energy fill up, and then if you're gonna boost up, save up enough energy to do more than one fight. So Abomination there, he's another common champ to see on the armor path there, but with Blade and the Trinity, the poison didn't do hardly any damage. So right here we've got a 6-star tech champion. So I'm assuming at this point it's a green goblin because it's on node 42, and the big thing about this node is arc overload, which is regeneration, and then you have 100% extra recovery on normal regeneration. So I'm really expecting to see a green goblin here. Ends up being a Yondu, which really just threw me. when you end up facing a champ that you really aren't expecting, you got to be careful not to let it throw you. So my goal here is to get as many judgments on as I can before I use my L1. And what that's going to do, that's going to shut off his healing there, that arc overload. You got to be careful because Yondu can hit you through your block. He can steal your armor and all kinds of other things, so be careful there. And got really unlucky there, went in at the exact wrong time and got parried. I am finally going to get my my special one off and get him get the healing shut down, but I did it way late in the fight. It's already a minute has elapsed, and so at this point I'm kind of panicking, feeling like I need to get in a hurry. Yondu is one of those fights that you really almost it almost forces you to be patient, so you got to be careful about that. You'll notice now the timer has actually gone away for his arc overload. Sometimes Fate Seal does that. It'll shut it down where they can't use it at all. That last intercept, I really thought I had it. The timing on that I thought was really good, but apparently I was just a little bit too early, I guess, or is that too early. So I'm going to take in my blade here. This is going to end up being a really long fight, and you'll see what I'm doing. This time I'm just focused on baiting out specials, and if you let him dash at you from a distance, it's always going to be a heavy attack, so you can parry him when he does that. So if you try and parry him from close distance, he might use his little projectile, his arrow there, and you could have a bleed caused through your block there. So you have to be careful about trying to parry him when he dashes at you from close. But when he dashes from far away, you can actually get the parry every time. So create some space between you and him and get the parry that way. Went in for an intercept there. This fight, I really started panicking a bit again because I'm looking at the timer and I've got him at 43% health, and that arc overload is just really rebuilding his health bar. 6 stars on these regeneration nodes. Kind of crazy how much health they build back up. Their health pool is just so high. So I'm swapping strategies a bit. I'm trying to put as many bleeds on him as I can to build my power bar, because Blade gets power gain when he's close to a bleeding opponent. And I was a little bit too cautious here. I really should have been parrying those when he'd dash in like that, but I really didn't want to push him to a special 2. So that's what you were seeing there. So 104 hits. At that point, that was my record for number of hits to get an enemy down. I have actually recently in a war taken more than that. Now this last fight, my alliance got accused of piloting here, but you're gonna see this is all me, and this is very much my playing style. So you guys are gonna see me take down this Dormammu. I'm gonna solo him here. And what I mentioned last war against that Dormammu was if you can parry, even though he's stun immune, and avoid getting those dexterity buffs, and then dash back when he does the heavy, that is the best way to avoid the degeneration, I think. So right there you see I just tried to dash back and avoid the damage, and ended up taking a lot more degeneration. So it's really probably best to parry and then wait for the heavy, and hopefully you can dash back in after that and avoid, like that right there, you can avoid that degen damage. So right here, we're about a minute into the fight. I've already got him about halfway down, but I'm starting to get that degeneration a lot more often, so I'm starting to panic a bit. Luckily, either this guy did not have any Mystic Dispersion running, or he it got turned off by Blade. One of the two. I don't know for sure that Blade can do that, so I think maybe he just didn't have it running. But fight's still going well. At this point, I'm a little concerned because last war I was in a similar situation. I had him almost down and the degeneration got me, but this one I'm able to get him a little bit quicker, and boom, he goes down. And as crazy as this is, it took less hits than it took to get that Yondu down. So 95 hits, and as you guys can see here, we did win this war. Won by about 1,500 points. So great job to Battalion de Assassinos. You guys did great. This was a close war. We look forward to meeting you guys in war again sometime. And that's it for this video. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions about how to play against a certain champ, be sure to let us know in the comments, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.